Video lecture, we'll be learning about coherent systems. So generally, the optical communication system can be majorly classified as IMDC systems and coherent systems. IMD systems, as we have already learned, is intensity modulation direct detection system. So in this intensity modulation direct detection system, at the receiver side, how the receiver is detecting the signal is based upon the variations in the optical intensity. So there is no dependence on frequency and phase. So in intensity modulation direct detection system, only on the basis of optical signal, optical intensity variation, the signal is being detected at the receiver end, and there is no dependence on frequency and phase. When such dependence on frequency and phase comes, we move to the coherent systems. In coherent systems, there is dependence in frequency and phase. So because of there is no dependence on frequency and phase, the system is comparatively simple and it is cost effective. But because of this, there are certain disadvantages of the intensity modulation direct detection system. That is, the sensitivity of the receiver depends upon the noise that is being produced in the photodetector and the preamplifier. So the noise in the photodetector and the preamplifier reduces the sensitivity of the receiver, which is one of the main drawbacks of intensity modulation direct detection system. So the coherent systems can be classified as homodyne systems and heterodyne systems. The word meaning of dyne is mixing. So the mixing of the same frequency and phase is done, then it is called homodyne system. And if the mixing is done in different frequency and different phase, it is called heterodyne systems. So you can see a basic model for a coherent receiver. So there is the incoming signal, and we are locally generating a signal, which is called the local oscillator, which is a local oscillator laser which generates a local signal. So the incoming signal is mixed with the incoming signal, and then it is being photo detected and then preamplified, and we get the signal out. So if the incoming signal is very weak, we can increase the intensity of the weak signal by combining it with a high intensity locally generated signal. So how whatever the signal, in how much intensity we require the signal, with the help of the local oscillator laser we can improve or boost our signal. And this process is done, the process of combining this incoming signal and the local oscillator signal is known as mixing. So this mixing can take place in same frequency and same frequency or different frequency, or same phase or different phase, depending upon the same or the different. We have different types of coherent receiver, homodyne and heterodyne. So now you can see a detailed block diagram of a coherent optical fiber system. And the last block diagram only had the receiver part. Now the transmitter part is also integrated in this block diagram. So at the transmitter, the signal is modulated and transmitted through the channel. The modulation that can be used can be amplitude modulation, frequency modulation, or phase modulation. In amplitude modulation, the amplitude of the carrier is varied depending upon the modulating signal. Similarly, for frequency, the frequency of the carrier is varied depending upon the modulating signal. And finally, for the phase of the carriers vary depending upon the modulating signal. And also we can you can see from the figure, the laser control and the continuous wave laser are the mechanisms for generating the carrier, and this signal is then transmitted through optical fiber. At the receiver side, we have the local oscillator signal, which is then mixed with the received signal so as to attain the receive intensity. Then it is amplified, and then it goes to the demodulator. Demodulator is where the demodulation of the signal takes place from the carrier. The modulating signal is extracted, and the demodulation can be done in two domain, heterodyne or homodyne. And finally, we get the data signal out. So the advantages of coherent system is that we have high sensitivity and high selectivity. How high selectivity? Because we can use sharp filters in the receiver module. By using sharp filters, we can filter out all the unwanted signals. So the selectivity is improved. The usage of such sharp filters are not allowed in IMDD systems. Then this system has higher speed of operation and it can support higher bandwidth. So these are the advantages of a coherent system. Okay, now we'll find the expression for the current IT in a coherent system. So the coherent light wave system works on the frequency domain and converts it into radio domain. So as you can see from the figure, there's a received signal. The received signal is denoted by ES of t, and the local oscillator signal that is being generated by the local oscillator laser is generated by EL of t, and you have a photodetector, and from the photodetector we get the current I of t, so we are determining the current I of t. Okay, and RX electronics requires all the filters and other things, demodulators and stuff. Okay, and PT is the total power of the system. PS of t is a power received at the power of the received signal, and PL of t is the power of the local oscillator generated signal, and I of t is the current at the output of the photodetector. So the signal ES of t and EL of t can be represented as ES of t is equal to root of 2ps cos omega s t plus phi s, and E local oscillator is given by EL of t is equal to root 2 PL of cos omega L of t plus phi L of t. So the total power at the receiver P of t is equal to ES of t plus EL of t the whole square, and substituting the value of ES of t plus EL of t, you get it root of 2 ps cos omega s of t plus phi s plus root t pl of cos omega L of t plus phi L of t the whole square. Now it is a plus b the whole square on expansion, and you get 2ps cos square omega st plus phi s plus 2pl of cos square omega L of t plus phi L of plus 2 into root ps pl cos omega st plus phi s cos omega L of t plus phi L. Here you are over a complete cycle, cos square omega s t plus phi s and cos square omega L of t plus phi L of 0 is 1. So you're substituting 1. For that you get 2ps plus 2plo plus root of ps plo into 2 into cos omega st plus phi s into cos omega L plus phi Lf. Now this is 2 cos A cos B. 2 cos A cos B is cos A plus B plus cos A minus B. Substituting that and then reducing and neglecting the higher frequency terms, you get ps plus plo plus 2 root ps plo cos omega st minus omega L of t plus phi s minus phi L of 0. Omega st minus omega L of 0 is omega I of t, intermediate frequency. Substituting that, and then we know that I of t is equal to r m p of t, where r is responsivity and m is a multiplication factor. And then if you are substituting the value of p of t there, here we are adding a noise term also, NIF of t, then you get I of t is equal to RMPS plus RMPLO plus 2 Rm root of PS PLO cos omega I of t plus phi s minus omega L0 plus NIF of 0, that is a noise term. And we know that PL of 0 is greater than PS, and when we take phi s is equal to phi L of 0 and omega IF is equal to 0 for a heterodyne receivers, so we get I of t is equal to 2 Rm root of PS PL0. So from this it is very clear that the receiver sensitivity can be improved by the local oscillator power. As already mentioned, with the local oscillator power, we can improve the sensitivity of the receiver by improving the intensity of the received signal by through mixing.